It's always fun to watch the process, very close over winter with the team, and then especially the last couple of days when things are starting to come together. Last year was very good for us, very positive.
Grazie, grazie, dai, forza Ferrari!
The success early on that we had helped to stabilize the team.
Grazie ragazzi, grazie. E merci Jules, who has been in our hearts, we know that.
Everybody is fired up and we want to win. The target is clear.
Yes, you did it, you did it! Woohoo! Grazie ragazzi, grazie.
Now it's up to us to see what we can do with that.
Today it's time for watching my second documentary of Sebastian Vettel in red. That is Sebastian Vettel or Vettel, second year in red. By the way, you missed the previous watch along watching the prequel, Vettel first year in red. I will place a card in the live replay. In that way you will be able to get access to the watch along of the first documentary. But this documentary, it's based on the 2016 season. Okay, 2016 season, that is the same season, for example, of the Silver War, the last chapter of the Silver War F1 2016. Rosberg versus Hamilton, the year where Nico Rosberg beat Lewis Hamilton, is the same season where this documentary is based on. And as you can see, the starting grid, as you know, is the same that we were talking about in the Silver War documentary, Silver War F1 2016, with the two Mercedes drivers, Rosberg and Hamilton, fighting for a third consecutive year in Mercedes for the championship. Ferrari, it's here with the same teammate Vettel had the previous season in 2015, which is Kimi Raikkonen, the Finnish driver. And here is Sebastian Vettel, still in his second year in Ferrari. And then we have the same grid that we were analyzing before the Silver War 2016 documentary watch along. Force India with Perez and Hülkenberg, Grosjean and Esteban Gutierrez in Haas. This is the first year of the Haas F1 team, the American team. The first season was in 2016. McLaren with Fernando Alonso and Stoffel Van Dorn. Maynard, which is a very slower team of the track that season with Berline. Ocon, that was the debut season of Ocon as well. Red Bull with Daniel Ricciardo. Kvyat, and since round 5 Verstappen substituting Kvyat in Toro Rosso. Renault with Magnussen, Kevin Magnussen and Julian Palmer. And then we have Sauber with Ericsson and Nasser. Scuderia Toro Rosso with Sainz, Kvyat, and Massa and Valtteri Bottas in Williams. Martini Racing. This is the starting grid. And this is the protagonist. The protagonist of the documentary. Again, Sebastian Vettel, German driver, 4 times F1 world champion. And as I said, this is a continuation of the documentary Vettel first year in red in 2015. We were watching in 2015, Sebastian Vettel did a really good season. We were watching the documentary, we saw he was able to win 3 races in his first year in Ferrari. Remember, in Ferrari in 2015 started a new era with a new team principal, new driver as Sebastian Vettel, substituting Fernando Alonso the previous season. So everything was new, and they came in 2014 after a very bad season from Ferrari with a very bad car. In 2015, team progressed a lot, and Sebastian was the leader of this new era of the Ferrari team, winning 3 races that previous season, with Mercedes dominating. Vettel was able to win 3 races, the only driver who was able to win races except the Mercedes driver that season. And for 2016, the goal is now bigger. It's not just winning races, it's to try to fight for the championship with Mercedes. Obviously, you know the outcome of the season, you know that this is going to be very difficult, but in those days, Ferrari really was thinking on that, was thinking to try to fight Mercedes the championship with Sebastian Vettel ahead, you know? That was the aim. So they said, okay, in 2015 we did a good season, winning 3 races, 3rd in the championship, in the Drivers' Championship, 2nd in Constructors. In 2016, let's try to keep evolving and let's go for the championship. Let's see if we can beat Mercedes, you know, in the 3rd year of the new hybrid turbo era. And Sebastian Vettel is the leader, obviously. And this is the car. The car Sebastian was driving in 2016, which is an evolution of the previous year, the Ferrari SF15. A bit different, very different nose. Also in colors is very different. It has a lot of white that is similar to what is happening with Ferrari this season in 2026. And this season also have a big amount of white color, and it's because it was a tribute to one of the cars that was driving the Austrian driver Niki Lauda in the 70s, where he was champion with a Ferrari that was big amount of white colors also. So this livery was a tribute to that season in, I think it was 1975, something like that, or 1976, something like that. It's a tribute, this livery, okay? And obviously with the famous white helmet of Sebastian Vettel fits really well, that livery to Sebastian. And well, it's not one of my favorite Ferrari of the modern era, but well, I think overall it's a good car. And now this is the context, guys. This is the context of the season and the documentary. The documentary will start in Australia, as usual in these seasons. And now it's time to watch the outcome, the starts of the season for Sebastian. Can Sebastian Vettel in this 2016 season be a contender? Can Vettel and Ferrari, after a good 2015 season, become in a real championship contender? Can they beat Mercedes? Have Mercedes finally a rival in Sebastian Vettel and Ferrari? That's the question we should to ask.
1:25.2 for Nico Rosberg. Sebastian Vettel puts his car on provisional pole. Now here comes Lewis Hamilton, who's been on pole 4 times here before in the past, and he's on provisional pole here.
So we are firing up and hold, but we are not planning to go out.
The defending champion has ended his teammates' run of pole positions.
Wow. And this is the start of the season for Sebastian Vettel, not finishing the final lap in qualifying. And not extracting probably the full potential of the car. So probably will start now, I think, third. The start of the season in Australia. Everyone is ready. Exactly, third place.
And it's lights out.
Just behind the two Mercedes. A very similar picture to what we saw in 2015. Mercedes fighting and just behind Sebastian with the Ferrari car.
Away we go. It's a great
Let's go.
start from Sebastian.
Wow, what a star!
On the inside, Hamilton on the outside, Vettel takes the...
Oh, and Vettel leads. What an incredible start is like in 26, something like that. What we're watching in the first races of this season. Like Ferrari's a rocket ship in the starts. Vettel leads. This is absolutely unbelievable.
1 and 2.
He stops.
The undercut that they tried Mercedes with Nico Rosberg might just have worked to great effect, because here comes Rosberg.
Watch out now.
Attacking Sebastian Vettel. Into turn 3 we go. Vettel just stays out.
Maintain the leads.
Fernando Alonso.
Wow.
And you can see Alonso sat.
Every time I forget this crash of Alonso in 2016, man. That was the worst crash of Fernando Alonso ever in Formula 1 in racing. Look at the car. Look at the car, guys. It was so lucky, guys. It was so lucky. The crash was spectacular. It's just in the wall there. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I think in his next race, he suffered some kind of injuries. You know, I don't know if it was in the back or I don't remember now. But, you know, guys, seeing how is the car in there is unbelievable to see Fernando in one piece.
That's a massive impact. We've got a safety car.
Safety car. Vettel leads, so it's perfect for him.
Here we go then, racing once again. Sebastian Vettel leading the race. Ahead then of Nico Rosberg and Kimi Räikkönen.
So, is Sebastian Vettel leading the start of the season, and then is Nico Rosberg, and then the other Ferrari of Kimi Räikkönen. I don't remember what happened to Lewis here. I think it was 5th or 6th. I don't remember now. Pit stop for Sef. Medium. Oh, left front.
Got a problem at the rear?
Yes.
I should say. That was a slow stop.
Terrible. Nice there, Sebastian. Behind Lewis. Whee.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he's
very
gone.
wide.
Sebastian
Ah.
Vettel's debris down there, and he's gone deep into the corner.
Sorry guys.
No problem. 2 laps to go.
Nico Rosberg wins the Australian Grand Prix.
You know,
At the end only third. That was the position where he started. He was leading with that start, but obviously that pit stop was probably cost him the place with Hamilton as well in P2. And at the end, the Mercedes pace was very strong, and Sebastian was not able to keep the pace up. But at the end, he's starting the season in a podium, so obviously it's not the target. Remember, this season Ferrari and Vettel were much more ambitious. So in this season for Sebastian and Ferrari, a podium is not enough. You know, they have another mentality. They have the mentality to fight for the championship. So this third place is not really nice to see. You know, it's not like in 2015.
that's what racing is. Sometimes it plays into your favor, other times it doesn't. In the end, I was trying to give everything I had. We thought at the time that it was the right thing to do, and now we need to have a look and see whether we could have done something better or smarter. But all in all, I think the good news is that we were a lot closer today in qualifying. The car was very strong all the way. Unfortunately, we didn't finish with both cars. So mixed feelings. Last year was different. Obviously, we came out of a difficult season for both myself and the team. This year, the expectations naturally were higher.
Exactly, that's what I was talking about. This year the expectations are much higher, you know.
But I think the good news is that we are a lot closer on Sundays, and Sundays when it matters.
And here Sebastian Vettel is saying that they are closer. For the moment in this race the strategy was not the best probably. They were leading, but at the end Mercedes 1 and 2. So let's see. Let's continue watching the season and how it's going on. Bahrain, round 2.
Happy with the performance of yesterday?
Yeah, I think it was fine. It was a good session for us. The car felt great in qualifying, so hopefully tonight it feels as good, and we can put on some pressure on those two Mercedes ahead, maybe right from the start, who knows.
So basically it's confirming that now probably Vettel again is third in qualifying, behind the Mercedes. For the moment Ferrari cannot beat them, but looks like they are closer, so let's see what happens.
Well, I think that's going to be key after the strong start we saw in Australia. Is that still there?
Well, we had a good start. I don't know how happy they were with their start in general, but we try to, exercise the strongest start we can. I try to do everything right on my side, and then we see where it takes us. I think you realize fairly quickly as a driver whether you've got a good start or not. If you have, then that's great news, because you worry about where to go ahead of you. If you don't, then you make sure you look in your mirrors and try to hold other people off.
Last question, can you win it?
Always. I think there's always a chance to win, otherwise what's the point of turning up?
Exactly. That's the goal for every driver. Even driving the slower car on track, they always want to win. Let's go. Race day. Third place for Sebastian.
Okay, I'm not sure. I think I might have an engine failure.
Huge amounts of smoke.
Wow, no. Even before the start of the race, engine failure for Sebastian Vettel. Unbelievable.
The back of that Ferrari, we have been talking about
Wow.
engine reliability all weekend long.
No.
Losing power.
Yeah, middle shade.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Did you get any warning at all?
Nope, I think I felt first, so obviously then, it was obvious, so I parked the car.
Wow. Terrible, terrible. That's not good at all. That's not good at all. Obviously now, with this start of the season, just behind the Mercedes, who knows what will be able to do here, Sebastian. I remember Raikkonen did a good race in this race, so probably Vettel will be there. But obviously these things makes difficult to try to think about 5 Mercedes, obviously, but it's just race 2, so maybe Vettel have more chances in the next race. China. Round 3rd. Again, no, nice 4th. Who is ahead? Raikkonen, maybe his teammate. Yes.
And it's
Let's
lights
go.
out, and away we go. Good start from Rosberg.
This is a Red Bull as well.
And also
It's Ricciardo, I remember now. It's Ricciardo, Rosberg, and then Raikkonen and Vettel.
Sebastian Vettel, now Kimi Raikkonen, I should say. Vettel just under a bit of pressure from Bottas.
Oh!
The two Ferraris have crashed.
What happened there?
No chance to avoid. I had the Red Bull coming on the inside like a madman, and I hit Kimi. I think my nose is damaged.
No.
Has been thrown.
Has damaged Vettel. Wow, look at that. In the pit lane. Oh. That's legal. That's legal. That maneuver is legal. Let me watch it again. We are now in this under safety car. But when you are in the pit lane, going into the pit box, let's say that it's like you are in another different part of the track with different conditions, you know, in the pit entry. So you can pass people, as you can see here. Even under safety car or under yellow flags, it's possible. Look at that. That was a very smart move from Sebastian Vettel. This kind of little details makes champions and differentiate world champion drivers from normal drivers, you know. So very, very good move. Anyway, another race, another difficulty for Sebastian. This time with that touch with Raikkonen, I think. Nose damage. Let's see where he comes out after this nose change. Fortunately, it's under safety car, so probably will not cause him too much places. But obviously, it's not ideal to start the race if you really want to fight for the win. Massive time lost. Nice 15.
Just to copy you again, Kimi's attack was suicidal. There was always going to be a crash. No way with the speed he had, he could have done the corner.
Okay, now it's blaming to Daniil Kvyat, which is the driver that is actually in the second seat of Red Bull, the Russian driver, Daniil Kvyat. He's put the blame on Sebastian. Yes, sadly, a very clever move. I understand you are talking about the pit entry move Vettel did. Yeah, it was a very clever move from a world champion. So basically now Vettel is, as I said, putting the blame on Kvyat, on that accident he had previously in turn 1. So stay with this message, don't forget it, because at the end of the race this message will be very important on this context, okay? So remember that team radio message from Sebastian Vettel. Obviously has to recover a lot of places now, Seb, in a faster car. It's 10th. Was in the McLaren 9th.
Sebastian push harder now.
Was in the Williams. Oh, they touch. What is ahead? The Williams was a very good car in this season. Difficult to pass. On the outside. Yes, he does. P8. P7. Passing black cars.
Max Verstappen, Daniil Kvyat, Sebastian Vettel.
This is the move, guys. Daniil Kvyat is the Red Bull driver. And Verstappen is the Toro Rosso driver. The driver at the left side, at the right side is Verstappen. That is in Toro Rosso, which is now known as RB. But in those days, the team was driving Verstappen was the minority of Red Bull. And Kvyat is the guy in the Red Bull. There is the guy Sebastian is putting the blame on about the incident in turn 1, okay?
Kvyat goes through, he's 5th, Verstappen 6th, Sebastian Vettel, as you can see, currently 7th.
Now it goes for Kvyat, I think. Exactly.
Battle for 3rd place now. On the soft
Battle for
side,
3rd.
there goes Sebastian Vettel, and he's taken Daniil Kvyat, but Kvyat might just come back. Nico
What a comeback.
wins out of 3.
Nico win.
Massive apologies to the team. Kvyat came like a torpedo and I had to react.
Again, he's saying the same about Daniil Kvyat. He's talking about Daniil Kvyat.
And there was no way out. At the same time, Kimi pulled to the right.
Because that incident caused also a crash to Kimi Raikkonen. So at the end, I think Sebastian finished 2nd. He did an incredible recovery from P15, as you can see after the accident he had in lap 1. So the race of Sebastian was superb, absolutely superb. And now pay attention. This is the pre-podium ceremony with Kvyat, that is in the podium as well, with Sebastian and Rosberg the winner. And look at Sebastian.
Asking what happened at the start. If I don't go to the left, you crash into us and we all three go out.
Well, I was...
No, not well. You came like a torpedo.
Well, let's...
You came like a torpedo. This is classic. This is one of the most famous phrases in the Formula 1 lore. You came like a torpedo. This phrase will be remembered forever between Formula 1 fans to Daniel Kvyat. And later on, let's watch the replays of the accident and we can just...
Racing.
Racing, but...
Kvyat is saying, no, it's just racing. I mean, what are you talking about? I tried to overtake you, just that.
You know, if I keep going the same line, you'll crash.
Don't keep going.
But there was a car on the left also.
Well,
That's
so
why
I can see all the three cars, man. Go on. I have only two eyes, two cars.
You will crash if you do like that.
We didn't, so...
Yeah, you didn't.
Look at that. That was very, very tense moment for Sebastian. He was super angry because Sebastian Vettel is all the time saying, man, Daniel could ruin my race and ruin the race of Kimi Raikkonen, my teammate. So, why do you read your documentary videos on your channel? Just because I started to do it months ago and I love it. I love to chat with the community and you know, to talk about my documentaries. It's a very nice experience. That's why I'm doing this. It was an experiment and I really enjoyed to do it. So, and also after people that is not able to watch the live and they can watch the live replay and they can watch the you know, the whole watch along after the live, they really enjoy it. So that's for pleasure to say in some way because I really like it. So Sebastian Vettel is super, super angry. But anyway, it's a very good recovery. So at the end, it was a tense moment, but at the end for Sebastian with a very happy end, you know, to say in some way.
I couldn't imagine where he was trying to go, so I think...
Oh, nice. Thank you, Formula News Today. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed. So let's enjoy this documentary that is really cool.
Kimi locked up, which initiated...
okay, let's watch the replay and let's discuss about what happened, okay?
To dive the inside, and because initially I was hesitating a bit.
Thank you, Formula 1 News. Thank you so much, man.
Daniel had a bit of...
Okay, look, Sebastian is the second Ferrari that is in fourth. Of course, he will keep it up for all of you guys. That's the intention. Vettel is the second Ferrari.
Yeah, and
Raikkonen is the Ferrari that is in third, and Kvyat is the Red Bull behind Sebastian Vettel, which is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's in 6 or 7, fighting with that Force India.
Overspeed compared to me and tried to dive.
Now Kvyat goes for the move. There is a space here. It's possible to do. Obviously, Sebastian is here trying to defend him. But as Sebastian said, Kvyat came like a torpedo, and it's absolutely true. He had a lot of speed in the inside, and probably it was surprising Sebastian. I think Sebastian was not expecting that, you know, that comeback from Kvyat so fast.
On the inside of...
And still leaving room for both cars.
Myself. So I think what I...
And unfortunately, I did not pick the best replay here because we don't see the final outcome.
And because initially I was hesitating a bit, Daniel had a bit of, an overspeed compared to me and tried to dive on the inside of myself. So I think what I was trying...
And now that contact force, let's say that inside line from Kvyat make touch or produce that Vettel and Kvyat banging wheels. And Vettel, once they banging wheels, they have to move to the outside. Where is Raikkonen, his teammate, and that's why Vettel crashed into Raikkonen. That you can see there, Raikkonen ended up in the worst part with the front wing completely broken, spun, losing the race completely.
Trying to do with Kimi, trying to get side by side and passed into turn 2. He was trying to do with me, but I think he should have seen what is happening in front, that Kimi was coming back, and the gap was never really going to be there. I was sort of caught in the middle and didn't have anywhere to go as soon as I saw him.
Ah, this is a replay. Okay. For me, look at that. I mean, Kvyat at that point is in front of Sebastian. He completely gained the place to Sebastian. For me, I'm agree with Daniel Kvyat. I mean, Kvyat did what they had to do to try to saw the opportunity to go to the inside. Actually, at that point, he's ahead of Sebastian Vettel. I don't understand the blame or the, why Vettel is blaming about that. I mean, here Kvyat, he did nothing illegal. He just was passing Sebastian by the inside, and Sebastian is true that have at the left side. Kimi there, Kvyat is in a difficult situation, but at the end, it's Vettel who crashed into Raikkonen. It's not Kvyat's fault, because at the end, Vettel and Kvyat never contact wheel to wheel. So
Appearing, I was trying to back out and just trying to avoid any contact and make it around turn 2. But unfortunately couldn't avoid to hit Kimi on the left, who came back to the right. So a bit unfortunate. But yeah, I think happens very quickly and in an instance, difficult to judge how it looked. But all I can say is I tried my best not to make contact, but I did, and did make contact to my teammate, which I'm not happy about.
So basically, anyway, yeah, Vettel is really worried because he crashed with his teammate. That is not nice, and he defends his position, or he was defending all the time that, man, I crashed with my teammate because Kvyat came like a torpedo. But at the end, you see the replay, Kvyat did nothing wrong there. So from my point of view, I think he's trying to justify why he crashed into Raikkonen, but it's justifying that moment because putting the blame on Kvyat. And I think from my point of view, Kvyat did nothing wrong. Anyway, that's the thing. That's what happened. At the end, the good news is that at the end, Sebastian, with that incident, finished in second in that race, which is good, after the DNF in Bahrain. Kvyat also finished on the podium. Nice. Probably the worst part was for his teammate Kimi Raikkonen. But this is just the past. And now we have to move on to the next race. That is Russia, the Russian Grand Prix. The home Grand Prix of the new rival Vettel have this season for the moment. That is Daniel Kvyat. So let's see what happens.
The Ferrari fans out there.
It's just a race incident. No one can blame here. Yeah, sadly, man. I exactly think the same than you. It's race incident because even the touch between Vettel and Raikkonen, it's unfortunate because I think Vettel was not expecting that Kvyat came like that from the back. But I think it's race incident. I absolutely agree with you. So, move on. Next Grand Prix, Russia.
They're hoping you're going to get a sort of start like you got in Australia.
If we could pass some cars there already, that would make the rest of the race a bit easier. So that's the plan, but it depends on our start, other people's start. So we'll see.
So, Vettel starts, and this is Kvyat. Let's see what happened. Let me check one thing. Okay. Now, it's Rosberg and Paul. I think Sebastian is fourth? No, third? Is third, and Kvyat, I'm not seeing Kvyat. It's just like 7 or 6.
And it's lights
Let's
out.
go.
Away we go. They were held on the grid for a long time, but Rosberg's got away well.
Oh, no. Vettel is the second Ferrari.
Daniel Ricciardo cuts off.
Sixth.
Sebastian Vettel has already gained a place on Sergio Perez as they race now down towards turn 2, and the first break.
Wow, good move by Raikkonen. This is Kvyat. Oh no, touch Vettel. Again, Vettel and Kvyat contact both again. I can't believe it. Look at that. This is completely Daniel Kvyat's fault. I mean, he just missed the braking and crashed into the back of Vettel. Oof, almost spun.
And it's the two Red Bulls that are getting tangled up. Danny Kvyat.
No!
There's a spin. There is a spinning Ferrari.
Again. That's unbelievable. Boom! Like, looks like it was intentionally going for him. I'm sure not. I mean, he's not trying to crash with Sebastian, but twice in the first lap in 2 corners crashing twice at the back of Sebastian. This is something personal or what? And he's out of the race.
There's a spin. There is a spinning Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel.
Wow.
He is out.
Wow. Another DNF for Sebastian, and this time for the same driver who had the incident with him in China, Daniel Kvyat. And this time, Kvyat's fault 100%, twice, 2 times. It crashed badly with Sebastian. Sebastian clearly in front. I mean, it's probably 2 times Daniel misjudged the braking point for whatever reason and crashed into Sebastian back. So here Sebastian is not the blame of Sebastian. Absolutely, Kvyat's fault, absolutely. It was Kvyat's fault. Actually now Sebastian is mad, is absolutely furious. Actually at that point he don't know that was Kvyat, obviously. He will realize after the race. But I mean, in a way, he felt 2 contacts at the back in lap 1, so yes, it has to be so angry.
Oh, I'm out! Crash! Somebody hit me in the rear, turn 2, and then somebody hit me in the rear again in turn 3. For f***'s sake, honestly, what the f*** are we doing here?
Absolutely mad, absolutely crazy, and I understand in this race, Sebastian. You know, you are trying to race in and you are hit at the back twice in 2 corners. What is happening here, you know?
My point of view is I locked my rear wheels. It's as simple as that. I didn't brake too late.
Okay, this is Daniel Kvyat explaining the incident. And this is Sebastian, this is very important. This is a clip I found while I was making the documentary that was very interesting when it's been... this is the first time Sebastian is watching what happened in the replay, because obviously when you are on track you cannot see the full race. You can watch your car and what you have in front. So Sebastian at that point has no idea that was Daniel Kvyat, the driver who hit him. You know, so now for the first time some of the journalists or someone, I don't know, is this guy, is showing him on a tablet or a phone the replay of the accident. And this is the first time Sebastian Vettel realized what happened and who was the driver who backed into him twice.
Ran into his back. It almost felt like someone was pushing me from behind. I think the main problem came in turn 3 when I think Sebastian thought he had a problem with the car, so he had to stop very, very suddenly.
No, man, I think he had not any problem with the car. I think, from my point of view, I think he just miss or did not understand the speed Vettel was carrying on at that corner. You know, it's
when I think Sebastian thought he had a problem with the car, so he had to stop.
I think it had no problem. Just he was in the outside, probably less grip, but it's true that I didn't expect probably the lack of speed in that point from Sebastian, but I'm sure it's because he was on the outside line, less grip there probably. But it's not justified that incident from my point of view.
Very, very suddenly, and I was just 2 meters behind him, and at that speed, unfortunately, there was not much I could do to avoid him.
Vettel now knows what happened. You see this ironic smile, like again Daniel Kvyat. Unbelievable. And this looks something really personal between Daniel Kvyat and Sebastian Vettel. After what happened in China, looks that something happened between them, and every time they find on track, crash. This time, no Vettel's fault.
I don't dislike him.
There was not much I could do to avoid him.
Look, I don't dislike him. I think he did a mistake 2 weeks ago. I think he did a mistake today. It's fairly obvious.
By the way, well, I'm agree with Vettel today, not in China. For me, the China incident is not a mistake from Daniel. But I would like to explain something very important that could change the history of Formula 1, because that day I really thought Vettel would have a fight with Kvyat. Yeah, me too. I was thinking, man, if Vettel finds Kvyat after the race, we'll go to fight with him or something. Like Verstappen and Ocon in Brazil 2018, something like that. Guys, this picture is very important because probably thanks to these incidents between Daniel Kvyat and Sebastian Vettel, Max Verstappen was promoted to Red Bull Racing next race, because this is the last race of Daniel Kvyat in Red Bull Racing. After this race, Daniel Kvyat was replaced for Max Verstappen in Red Bull Racing, and probably was because of these incidents between Sebastian Vettel and Daniel Kvyat. And you can see here Sebastian talking with Horner. I had no idea what they were talking about. But maybe there is a possibility where Sebastian was saying, Christian, maybe you have a problem with Daniel. Maybe it's not your driver. This is just interpretation. I'm not saying this was what they were chatting each other. But I think it makes sense that Vettel tried to make understand Christian Horner, that was the team principal of Red Bull in those days, that maybe Daniel was not the solution or the driver for Red Bull Racing. Maybe, as I said, this is just speculation. I'm not confirming anything. I have no idea what they were talking about, but from my point of view, makes a lot of sense. And Vettel has the authority to talk with Christian in Red Bull, because remember that Sebastian Vettel was 4 times F1 World Champion with this team. This is his ex-team, so, Sebastian had a bit authority in those days in Red Bull Racing as well, as a previous champion, Yes, that was the point when Max was promoted, also really young. Yes, exactly. So maybe these incidents between Vettel and Kvyat, thanks to that, nowadays, Verstappen was able to be promoted to Red Bull Racing so early. And maybe that changed the history of Formula 1. Thanks to these incidents between Daniel and Sebastian, we were able to see Max Verstappen the rest of the season in 2016, 2017, 2018, and we all know who is Max Verstappen actually, a 4 times F1 World Champion. But maybe if these incidents will not happen in an other or a parallel universe, maybe we never saw Max in Red Bull. Who knows? So these fights against Vettel and Kvyat are super important in the modern history in Formula 1, It's, Where are you from? I'm from Spain. Welcome, Domintos Yomal, to the chat, by the way. So, let's continue listening to Seth.
I think he did a mistake 2 weeks ago. I think he did a mistake today. It's fairly obvious, but it doesn't help me now because I'm not in the car.
And that's the end. Wow, incredible how is starting the documentary. And as you can see, it's not been easy for Sebastian at the start of the season. 4 races, 2 DNFs, a lot of incidents. Watching this part of the documentary, you can start thinking, this is not looks a good season for Sebastian Vettel for in the aim to fight for the championship, Let's see what happened in race 5 in Spain, I think. Daniel Kvyat, as you can see, wow, good montage. This documentary did a good job, I had to say. In how I was cutting and montage the images. That's Daniel Kvyat under the colors now from Toro Rosso. Jan is not a Red Bull Racing driver anymore. After these incidents, Christian Horner decided to replace Daniel with Max. And now, as you can see, Verstappen is the new Red Bull Racing driver. After all these incidents between Vettel and Kvyat. So now let's see what will happen in the Spanish Grand Prix round 5.
And it's lights out and away we go. It was a super start from Nico.
Vettel is 6th, very bad qualifying.
His teammate, who now slips behind.
The 2 Mercedes drivers, Rosberg and Hamilton, fighting for the lead.
Daniel Ricciardo in 3rd already. It's Sebastian Vettel pressurizing.
Oh.
Mercedes come together.
Here we go, Silver War 2016. This is it. The famous crash between Hamilton and Rosberg. And you remember that in the documentary, in the Silver War documentary 2016, obviously that is focusing these 2 drivers. We focus in the accident, but not what happened in this race. Once this accident happened in the documentary, in the Silver War documentary, that's the point when this race ends in the documentary. But now we will see the full perspective of what happened in this race, because remember that this documentary is about Sebastian Vettel. It's not about the Silver Arrow drivers. And obviously this crash between between Rosberg and Hamilton opens the door to the non-Mercedes drivers to win a race. That in those days was something very, very difficult because Mercedes dominate the whole season and all races. So it's very difficult to see a driver that is non-Mercedes driver winning, And now in this race that both Mercedes are out, as I said, opens the door for other drivers to win. And one of these drivers is Sebastian Vettel. So let's see what happens. Vettel now is 4th. There's a Toro Rosso in the middle. That is not, I don't know who it is. Going to pass. No. Wow, he's defending very well. I think it's Sainz.
After trying round the
Wow.
previous lap, goes
Good
down
move.
the inside of Carlos Sainz on this lap 8 of the
Wow, good move. It's Carlos Sainz in the Toro Rosso. I don't remember it was there in that Grand Prix. Wow, impressive. But now Sebastian is third. And ahead of Sebastian, the 2 Red Bulls. That is Daniel Ricciardo, but not this time Daniel Kvyat. This is Max Verstappen, the first race of Max Verstappen that I think is first.
Spanish Grand Prix.
Ferrari saw what was coming, that Red Bull were going to use Verstappen against them. This is going to be fascinating. What are Red Bull now going to do to respond?
Okay, looks a war in terms of strategy between Red Bull and Ferrari. Let's see who wins this.
Can he throw one down the inside of the chicane? Sebastian Vettel, I'm sure, will see him coming. Now, can he hang on to the rear wing of that Ferrari?
Okay, this is Daniel Ricciardo trying to pass Vettel in third place.
DRS assistance, Ricardo, the opportunity to find Sebastian Vettel. He's going to go.
Here we go.
Into turn 1. What a movie!
Wow.
Wide, sadly, rejoins the track. He's still going to carry on the scrap. And Sebastian.
That was crazy by Daniel. Typical Daniel Ricciardo move. That is very good in braking, but this time I think he went too wide.
To find Sebastian Vettel. He's going to go for it down into turn 1.
Wow.
What a movie! Has to go wide.
I was not able to stop the car.
The track. He's still going to carry on the scrap. And Sebastian Vettel just hangs on.
That could be dangerous for Sebastian. Fortunately, Sebastian saw him, the mirrors, I could avoid him. But if not, they will crash.
If I don't avoid that, he's just going straight to my car.
Exactly.
Honestly, what are we doing? Racing or ping pong?
Yes, this is... Sebastian is very funny as well. Racing or ping pong? Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. You know that Ricciardo was like maybe too far away, throwing the car in the dive move. So I understand the blame of. I mean the you know the how much angry was Sebastian here. So ahead are Max Verstappen. That is the first race for Verstappen and is leading the first race in Red Bull for Verstappen and is leading the Grand Prix and behind Raikkonen. And there in third is Sebastian after the pit stop. So basically Sebastian is still in third place and he has lost the position with Kimi Raikkonen as well. Probably because of the strategy. So very interesting race.
The sun is out. The smiles will be out. Max Verstappen wins a Formula 1 Grand Prix.
And Verstappen wins the race. That's crazy. In the first race for Red Bull Racing, Verstappen wins. And this is legend because this victory, actually, in 2026, still been the youngest victory ever in Formula 1. I think Verstappen here was 18 years and a few months. And he won for the first time. Such a young age. Even actually Kimi Antonelli was not able to win at such an early age as Verstappen did this year in this season, in this race. Absolutely crazy for Max. Here starts to build his legend in this race.
We start with the positives, but had you been on a two-stop, do you think you could have won today?
Yes.
Okay, and this is the other part. Vettel now is angry because he understands his two-stop strategy was not the best because he lost the place with Kimi Raikkonen and had not the opportunity to fight with Max Verstappen for the win because we saw how close was Raikkonen to Max in the final lap. If probably Vettel will go for one stop, he will be there fighting with Kimi and Max for the win. So probably here Vettel is a bit disappointed also with the strategy Ferrari took for him in this race.
Okay, so have you spoken to the team about why they decided to put you on a 3 and Kimi on a 2?
Sorry, 3 stops for Sebastian and 2 for Raikkonen.
But I don't blame them. I was the one actually pushing, to go down the route and attack. We didn't work.
Okay, well, he'll understand that the team tried to do something different with Sebastian, didn't work, just that. It's not trying to blame the team, but obviously it's not very happy.
Okay, and what about the Red Bull? I mean, the pace they seem to have picked up this weekend, it's a bit frightening, isn't it? They've got an engine upgrade next week.
No, I don't think so. It's not frightening. I think we were quicker than them today, but on the medium tyre they were more competitive in relative terms. So we need to understand what happened to us there. But overall, I don't think it was frightening. Yesterday we had a bad day. Today I think was back to normal. We were quick. You saw the first stint was very competitive. After that, as I explained, we spent most of the time on the medium. So yeah, something we need to understand. But you know, it's not. Overall, it's Max's day. So well done to him.
Just finally then.
Well, interesting because it's true that in this season in Red Bull did a really good step forward in comparison to 2015, where they have a terrible car. Looks that Red Bull is getting closer to Ferrari. That's why it was asked, but Sebastian is trying to say that no, it's not frightening. They are not worried about Red Bull. They think that they are still being quicker. But it's something to look at, Red Bull, in this season as well.
Can I get a word from you on Max, the irony being, I suppose?
Well, this is very cool when Vettel congratulates Max for his first ever Formula 1 race win.
He's replaced Danny Kvyat in that seat and gone on to win the race ahead of you guys today.
Well, I think he had a great weekend, so well done. Not much more to add. Seamless, faultless, great performance. So you can only say
chapeau.
Chapeau.
Well done to Seb as well to recognize that. No, 22, no, I didn't. I did, or I made an edit about Verstappen, and the name is Start Walking. I think it's possible to watch on YouTube, also on the web. And I also did an edit known as It's Ferrari, about that season in 22. But no, I did not make it because I think it was not a very interesting season to make it. But yeah, who knows? Well, also no, no, I did not make anything more about 22. Who knows? Maybe in the future I can do, but I think it's not a very proper season to make a documentary, I think. So move on, guys. It's not been very good season for Sebastian at all. It's not been his season. Let's see if in Monaco things change. Monaco, everything. Oh, it's raining.
First time ever that we've had a safety car start here in Monaco.
The safety car is in this lap.
Okay, it's Daniel Ricciardo who was on pole in that race. Then it's Rosberg. I think Vettel is third.
He's down on the throttle.
No, fourth.
He's going away.
It's fourth, behind the two Mercedes. Sorry. Yes, exactly. It's the Ricciardo, Rosberg, Hamilton, Vettel. Ooh, looking up. Ooh, almost crashing into the wall. Obviously, Monaco is very difficult to pass, so.
Now from Sergio Perez in third place. Now.
Perez in third. To be honest, I don't remember why he came out in third place, Perez. I think because Rosberg finished seventh, did a bad race. And Vettel is still fourth.
Got to think about how he defends against Sebastian Vettel.
But he finished third. Fourth. So classic race in Monaco. If started fourth, finished fourth. Not much more to say about this race. So we'll move on to the next one, Canada. Vettel is. I don't see Vettel here. I think he's behind Hamilton in fourth.
And it's lights out.
Yes, he's fourth. No, third. Sorry, third.
And away we go in the 2%.
Wow, what a start!
Look at Sebastian Vettel. Sebastian Vettel, what a move!
What's a move? Sadly, the same start than in Australia. Finally, a good race for Sebastian. Can he wins finally?
Going into turn one, leads the Canadian Grand Prix.
What a start! Someone wide there. Now, obviously, needs to try to be faster, to try to holding up the two Mercedes. It will be difficult, but it's possible. Let's see.
Sebastian Vettel going through that.
That helps.
Final chicane.
Still first. Wow, another lockup.
Virtual safety car.
Virtual safety car. Oh, button in the McLaren Honda.
Has been deployed.
Fire. Box. Okay, Ferrari trying to use the virtual safety car period to try to have a cheap pit stop. A safe time. It's a good decision. Look at that. At the left side, Mercedes with Hamilton in second. The side don't use the virtual safety car to stop, but Ferrari did.
The race leader is coming into the pits just as the virtual safety car.
Oh, and the virtual safety car ends just once he's on the pit lane. So basically, has Ferrari gift to Mercedes the P1s?
So the virtual safety car is now ended. The race has restarted, and Sebastian Vettel is making his pit stop. Off go the ultra soft tyres. On go the super soft tyres.
Super soft. Nice. Which position? I don't see.
On go the super soft tyres.
Fourth. Wow. Also has lost the place, I think, with the both Red Bulls of Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen with that pit stop. Obviously, other drivers have to stop, but maybe pitting so early has forced to Sebastian to run in the same number of pit stops than the rest of the drivers. Let's go. Come on, Seb. Now it's time to catch the first Red Bull. That is, I don't know, he's right. I think it's Max. Good move. We go for the next Red Bull. On fresh tires is easier, obviously. Traction there. Maximum speed, DRS. All the power. Side by side.
As the pace of that Ferrari really does look lightning, especially with DRS along that back straight.
Here we go.
Sebastian Vettel is up into second place.
Oh, nice second. Obviously ahead Lewis Hamilton, who has a stop, and even pitting came out ahead of Vettel.
It is another.
Looking up again. What happened to Sebastian this race? He was looking up a lot.
For Sebastian Vettel, who is getting shaken about a bit, going over the grass creek, but I think he's probably shaking his head quite a lot. Comes around the final corner now.
And Lewis wins.
To make it 5 Canadian Grand Prix victories as Hamilton.
And Vettel second. You can see the distance, not so much. But, before the virtual safety car, they were leading. Maybe without stopping under virtual, maybe they had a chance. Probably it was the wrong decision. Don't know. Too easy to say now.
Wins in Montreal.
Anyways, a second place, not bad.
Sebastian Vettel back on the podium for Ferrari.
Oh no, hello.
He's not break.
This is very funny. I think I include this interview in the documentary because it was very funny. Let's watch. And you can see the relations in here between Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton. It's very interesting to see.
For animals, you should give him a hard time because of that.
I feel like you're using the sea. I feel that they were innocent.
Yeah, but I'm a racing driver, so I have to find some sort of excuse. Why the hell you beat me today?
I saw you look up, and then the seagulls did
I don't know. I had my eyes into turn 1. And I saw this stupid couple of seagulls.
That's crazy. This is absolutely true. At the left side here, there are 2 seagulls. And you can see that they stay there like, I don't care that is a Formula 1 car around me. I will stay here. And I think Vettel saw them and tried to avoid them.
Sitting there, all relaxed. I'm coming.
Hey man,
red.
It was planned.
My car is red. It's like easy to see.
I'm good with animals, right?
It doesn't blend in like yours.
It's easy to see. I told them to be there, and they were there.
I just talked to you about the strategy today. Your team boss has admitted that there was a mistake, but
the team principal said it was a mistake, so I'm agree. I think pitting under that virtual was not. Probably cost them the race, maybe.
Are you happy the way things panned out from the...
First of all, I didn't want to crush your interview. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. It's nice. Nice.
For Luis, it's much easier. He has not to talk too much.
Make it easy for me.
Seagull Gate. Yeah, sadly.
I will always defend what we do. I think we have We have very good people on board, and
Our
at that point, did you try to do? Would you honest answer? Were you always going to stay out in the virtual
No. We were going to do a 2-stop. That was plan.
So you see,
plan A was to do a 2-stop as well. So
it's nip attack at that point. Obviously, I went in, and then in his shoes, you do the opposite.
Yeah.
So interesting. Luis and now is discussing with Vettel about the strategy and pitting under that virtual, and looks like Luis and Mercedes will do the same in any scenario. With or without virtual, he will not be stopping in that moment.
So
was it somewhere in between? I mean, was the problem that you couldn't get the data because the temperature was a lot colder than you thought?
I think Friday was maybe showing that
we were going to stay out anyways, though. Before you decided to go in, we were staying out.
So here Luis is confirming that in any scenario, Mercedes will stop under that virtual safety car. That probably was the right decision, seeing the result.
Told to stay out, so I think they had already decided to go onto another strategy.
Yeah, with hindsight, you know, it's always easy. But
they said strategy. They said Plan B, and I was like, what the hell is Plan B? I don't remember what it is.
Famous Plan B of Ferrari.
Hey, I mean, you've had a smile on your face all weekend. I mean, look, clearly you've closed something up. Do you think the new turbo is helping you? You're going to be able to chase these guys down?
Well, that's the plan. I think it's a very ambitious target, but we're going for it. I want to put them under pressure. And
what's trying to say Luis here?
You know, I think if you look where we've been 2 years ago, where we're now, where they seemed unbeatable, I think we're very close, and he can definitely feel our breath.
In terms of the seagull hunt, we can't find them. I'm gutted. Apparently,
he basically locked up into turn one.
This is the moment. This is the clip. Look at the seagulls in the darker spot at the left, at the top left.
Yeah, that's the one. There you go.
Look at that. They don't, you know, it's like they don't care. There is a Formula 1 car there. It's crazy.
Two seagulls. You see? Did you see? They stayed. Can you show that again, please? They stayed there.
Exactly.
That's what really annoyed me. They stayed there.
Look, you're looking up already.
Yeah, but look, there's a red car coming at, I don't know, 100.
It's crazy.
They stayed there.
I love it that moment. I when I was making the documentary, I was thinking, man, should I include this? Because it's not proper racing, or, you know, but it's this kind of funny moments that also define the character and the personality of Sebastian, also in his relationship with Lewis Hamilton at that time, that in the next seasons they will be very great rivals for the championship, you know. I think it was very interesting from that point of view. I think that's why I include this clip in the documentary. Round 8, Baku, first race in Baku. Vettel starting third, good place.
And it's lights out and away we go.
Let's go.
Superstar from Daniel Ricciardo, but Nico Rosberg moves over to cover him off. Sebastian Vettel keeps out of the way of the locking up Felipe Massa.
They're still third, I think.
We're riding on board now with Sebastian Vettel, and there's his former teammate. His former teammate looks
nice.
Disappeared into the ether.
Passing Ricciardo for second.
Sebastian,
Ahead is Rosberg, I think.
Pace is looking good.
Vettel is now questioning the strategy of Ferrari at that point, seeing what happened in previous races.
we are going to be undercut by Ricciardo. Box now.
That is Sebastian Vettel.
Vettel
Coming
pits.
into the pits. His pace was good, but now Ferrari decided to get rid
Cool
of
camera.
soft tyres and time to put the soft compound on.
Oh, nice in third.
Thank you, Kimi. Thank you.
Okay, Kimi has to lead by Vettel. Team orders, it's normal.
They've swapped around, haven't they?
Still second.
Two different races here. Ferrari need to protect the best they can do.
Oh, Vettel is second still. Well, another podium for Sebastian. Obviously, it's not a win. And as you can see in this season, now we are in round 9. Probably it's obvious that Vettel is not fighting for the championship. He was not able to win any race in the first 8. And in this season, in 26, Mercedes won all races for the moment. So with Nico and Lewis, so the championship distance was massive. You can take a look, because in this documentary I had not put the standings, but we can check it then. If we put I think I can put 2016 European Grand Prix, because this race was named as our European Grand Prix for the first time in Baku. Standings, I think. Look at that. Sebastian is third in the championship, with 96 points. Well, it's not too far from Lewis. It's not too far. It's like 20, I think 21 points behind Lewis, but the gap with Rosberg is 45 points. Well, it's not so bad. I thought it would be worse, but obviously if Sebastian don't win races from now, it's impossible to fight for a championship. Still in a position where it's possible, but obviously he needs to win races. And let's see what happened in Austria.
Sebastian Vettel next to cross the line. He gets a 5-place grid penalty. He might start 6th. Hamilton on the...
I have a 5-place grid penalty, half Sebastian, for this qualifying session, for this race.
For the
I don't know why. Probably for exceeding power unit components, something like that.
Grand Prix, Sebastian Vettel, 4th fastest, drops 5 places himself.
So, okay, Vettel was 4th in this qualifying, plus 5-place grid penalty. It will start 9th. So, oof, difficult race for Seb. Let's go. 9th, exactly.
And it's lights out and away we go. Hamilton gets away well, as does Raikkonen. Jensen Button covers him off. Hamilton leads then into turn 1. Down the inside, Raikkonen.
Vettel is there. Ooh, looking up again. Sebastian.
There's Valtteri Bottas challenging Sebastian Vettel, past Sebastian Vettel. Now,
watch out now.
On the inside down to the turn 2 as Hamilton leads.
Wow. You had to avoid the Red Bull.
Rosberg nearly gets Sebastian Vettel all over his rear end, but Vettel jamming on the brakes manages.
They gain a place. Now passing the Red Bull. Ooh, got the outside. Nice move. 7th. Attacking the Force India, I think. Yes. 6th. Oh no!
Sebastian Vettel, and something has happened to his right rear tyre, and he nearly collected.
Tire blow up.
At the manor, Sebastian Vettel, who was leading this race, crashing out.
Wow, what happened there? Underrated season for Vettel. Do you think so? Do you think so? Well, for the moment, I think they could do a bit more, to be honest. But anyways, yeah, he was third in the standings at that moment. So, what happened with Seb?
Sebastian happened to his right.
The tire blow up. Look at that in the middle of the straight.
But that's Sebastian Vettel, and something has happened to.
Well, here actually is ahead of Mercedes.
Right rear tyre, and he nearly collected at the.
Yeah, I remember. Here, at that point when the tire blow up, is first, Sebastian, because he decided to extend massively the first stint. He did a massive amount of laps on the first on these tires, and probably one of the reasons because the tire blew up.
Sebastian Vettel, who was
maybe step on kind of debris, but probably had very how to say it, used tires. Or wear tires.
Leading this race, crashing out.
Impossible, it's done.
Okay, I think you've seen rear right exploded. Nothing I can do, engine off. That's it, sorry guys.
Another DNF. Also unlucky by reliability. Well, it's true, it's true. In Bahrain we saw he had that issue. It's true that it cost him points there.
Quite frustrating. We had anywhere near an aggressive strategy. The tires felt fine, the lap times were fine. I don't think I need to explain what happened, and there's other people that probably need to explain.
Ooh, that phrase. Probably is talking about Pirelli, that was the tire supplier. It's true, it was doing a lot of laps. I don't remember in which lap he had that tire failure. We can check it out. Let me check it out. 2016 Austrian Grand Prix. I think we can check the number of laps Vettel did. Seeing the lap he retired. He retired in lap 26. Okay. Well, 26 laps. I don't remember, to be honest, the durability of the tires that season, but 26 laps. It's well, in Austria it's a short circuit. It's not too much. It's not a crazy number of laps, so no reasons to see this tire blow up, I think.
Sebastian, you said you don't feel you're on an aggressive strategy. Does this then fall down to something to do with Pirelli or to do with the team's decision to keep you out so long?
I don't think it was an aggressive strategy. Other people went longer than us on the same tire.
Oh.
There were no signs, so the lap times were stable. I think it's clear what happened.
So, also in this race we can say Vettel was unlucky, as happened in Bahrain. Another DNF, more points lost. And obviously, we saw the standings before. Probably with these points, probably Vettel will be on the fight. So, also, Lady Luck is not being very kind with Sebastian in this season as well. Apart from all the incidents he had during the season, definitely you need a bit of luck as well in these seasons to fight for the championship. And looks is getting very, very difficult for Sebastian.
Well, with Sebastian Vettel, everybody. Sebastian, what a
British Grand Prix, Silverstone. That is the race, by the way, of this weekend.
frustrating weekend this has been, hey?
Why?
11th?
Oh, we qualified in 11th.
Yeah, but it's just about to start, so I think we can still improve from where we are, and it's not over.
There's a chance of that one, I think, yes.
Yeah, thanks to the British summer, yeah.
Yeah, and what about you yourself? It's a horrible position that you're in at the moment. You're not quite getting the performance. Is it just being patient and working together for the future?
I mean, sometimes these things happen, Obviously, it's not nice that we failed the gearbox yesterday in practice, but the rules are the rules.
The gearbox failed. Another reliability issue. As was saying here, the guy in the chat. So, reliability is not being good as well, definitely.
So we have to move 5 places back and go from there, but I don't see why we, can't have a good race. So that's what we're here for, to race.
Great. Sebastian, have a good race.
Well, let's see anyway if we can recover places. I see this, for example, in China was, for example, great recovery. Was raining massively. Now dry out before the start.
The British weather has served up what could be a real treat as away we go to start the race. Second time this season we started behind the safety car.
Okay, starting behind the safety car because of the rain. Second time, last time was in Monaco this season.
Okay, there's quite a bit of standing water around turn 8, also on the Wellington Straight.
Safety car peel.
Well, maybe this is good for Vettel. This kind of races with mixed conditions, starting 11th, is good if you really want to recover places quickly.
Away and finally on lap 5.
Oh, look at that! There's a Ferrari pitting. Everyone is pitting except the Mercedes and the Red Bulls. Interesting.
For real.
Except intermediate.
Hulkenberg comes out.
Oof.
0 dear.
Chaos. Sadly. P18, but maybe pitting at the beginning is good for him. Oh,
first man on the
wide.
As well.
Yeah, he's turned in, and then as he comes back on the track,
probably it was putting now slick tires just when the track is still a bit damp and maybe crash or well it spun. Fortunately, no barriers around, so the car is in one piece. Ooh, attacking the Williams. Massa.
Goes Sebastian Vettel down the inside.
Well, yeah, it's true, but it's because Vettel lost the control of the car as well.
Sebastian Vettel has got a penalty. 5 seconds.
5 seconds for that. Wow. It's true that he pushed him off the track to the Williams, to Massa, but it's true that he was also almost lost the control of the car, so maybe it could be justified, but no. 5 seconds time penalty for Sebastian.
Added to his race time.
I don't think it was necessary.
So I finished 9th at the end. In a race that could be good for him, but well, this time he did a mistake. Was not the best race for Sebastian, definitely. 9th place.
For him, it looks like I'm just forcing him off the track, but I couldn't go anywhere else. So if I was picking that line on my own, I'd go off track.
Well, yeah, it's true, but at the same time, it's true that they push it wide. So, well, it could be a fair penalty. Round 11, move on. This is going faster and faster. Hungary.
And it's lights out and away we go.
36, I think.
Hamilton gets away really well, and here Rosberg makes
5th.
the run now down towards.
Well, that's as well a good place. Oh, it's stuck there.
Sebastian Vettel ahead there, and Fernando Alonso.
It's just behind the 2 Red Bulls and the 2 Mercedes. You can see now what I was talking before. In this season, actually now the Red Bull cars are really strong. Are there behind the Mercedes, you know? And this season looks that even the Red Bulls has overtaken to Ferrari in the performance race, you know?
Come on, blue flag! That's ridiculous.
Classic team radio of Vettel in those days, blue flag.
Blue flag, I mean, come on! Seriously.
Very angry, Sebastian. So I think he finished 4th in this race. Move on to Germany, his home race. Can he do something great here?
Once more, it's lights out and away we...
Now, again, you can see, look at the grid. The Mercedes and the Red Bulls and then the Ferraris. Clearly now, Ferrari is the 3rd car. It's the 3rd fastest car. It's not the 2nd fastest car.
Sebastian Vettel's got ahead of Kimi Raikkonen as well. Onwards now, down towards...
His teammate had to pass Sebastian.
To the left of Raikkonen.
Oh, good move.
Under pressure, Rosberg now from Sebastian Vettel. Ricciardo's in 3rd. Rosberg holds that 4th place, but only just.
Vettel still 5th.
Sebastian Fox, we're gonna take a couple more laps. Tires are still good.
Okay, Sebastian still decides to still out.
The only way we have to undercut someone. Fox now.
They're miles away. Who do you want to undercut?
For Vettel now at this point is absolutely questioning the strategy decision of Ferrari. It looks a bit frustrated, seeing that it's not just Mercedes a problem now, it's also a Red Bull problem. They cannot do anything with them.
Verstappen.
So I think he finished 5th or 4th in this race again. I'll move on to Spa-Francorchamps, the Belgian Grand Prix, next race. Starting 4th, behind Red Bulls and Mercedes.
And it's lights out, and away we go. Pretty even start out in front.
Ooh, the start.
Gets ahead of Max Verstappen, as does Sebastian Vettel. Verstappen goes down the inside on...
Oh no!
Chain reaction, Sebastian Vettel stranded in the middle of the track.
Again, another similar incident to China.
Side on right.
But I think...
Gets ahead of Max Verstappen, as does Sebastian Vettel. Verstappen goes down the inside.
I think it's Vettel's fault here, to be honest. Look how he's taking the corner. He's not considering leaving room to his teammate and the Red Bull of Max Verstappen here. In my opinion, I think, or Vettel maybe they didn't saw them coming. But for me, I think seeing this camera, I think it's Vettel's fault, to be honest.
Side on Raikkonen, and it's a chain reaction. Sebastian Vettel
wow.
in the middle of the track, and he has gone from 3rd down to about plumb line.
21st. Anyway, we are seeing in this season for Sebastian, it's not his year, definitely. Okay, sometimes it's not his fault. Sometimes the reliability. Sometimes they had a punctured, blow up tires. But it's not the Sebastian Vettel season, you know, definitely.
What happened there?
Tires are fine.
I have damage.
Wow, massive crash.
Oh, there's someone gone into.
Yeah, that was Kevin Magnussen in the Renault. Was a big crash. Fortunately, nothing happened. It was okay, but that caused a red flag.
And it is the Renault of Kevin Magnussen.
They need to repair the barriers.
Yeah, I thought so.
Sebastian left no space at all.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, you were
I was not even looking.
What is it very?
It's explaining the incident after one. It's saying Christian Horner, the same I said.
Sebastian left no space at all.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
Sebastian don't let the space at all. Sadly, I think Sebastian was turning like Raikkonen and Verstappen were not there.
I was not even looking. What is a very tight corner. It's not Raikkonen's fault because he had no option. Seb's come down and pinched them a bit. Kimi is the cork in the bottom.
Look at that, look at that. Now Kimi is with Sebastian, and Sebastian take the corner like if Raikkonen is not there. Totally, I mean, because at the right side of Kimi is Max, so Kimi cannot move where he is.
Verstappen is pushing his luck.
Into the bus stop chicane, and then Ricciardo, then comes Hulkenberg.
Obviously now Vettel have a massive task now to recover places from 21st.
And then comes Fernando.
Oh, now it's 11th.
Alonso, Lewis Hamilton.
10th. By the outside, no. It's Ricciardo, a Red Bull of Ricciardo. Oh, he's trying to pass Ricciardo. No, he done 8th. And Ricciardo come back. Ooh, looking up.
Sebastian Vettel on Felipe Massa once again. This time
6th.
the job done and doesn't lock up.
And I think he finished 6th. So at the end, in all these races that we were watching, yeah, obviously lost a lot of points here, Sebastian, in this part of the season. Let's check it out anyway. He finished, as we saw, in this couple of races we saw in the documentary, out of the podium. He finished, for example, we saw now in these races we saw. Silverstone, British Grand Prix finish 9th, in Hungary finish 4th, then 5th, then 6th. You know, these 4 results we saw in the documentary obviously cost him a lot of points in comparison to the Mercedes drivers that were winning or on the podium, even Ricciardo. And obviously after the Belgian Grand Prix, after this race, Vettel is in the standings now 4th, even Ricciardo is ahead of him. And you can see the points difference now. Now it's really serious. It's like it's more than 100 points with the championship leader, that is Lewis Hamilton. So definitely at this point we can say that Vettel now is not fighting for the championship. So frustrating. So from now, probably at this point, Vettel knows that this season is over for him in the chances to fight for the championship. Let's see how he finishes the second half.
A frustrating day. Talk us through the first turn. Obviously, Red Bull coming hard at the inside, your teammate next to you, and a race really after that was very difficult.
Yeah, I was ahead. I hardly saw Kimi. He's in the blind spot. I know he's there, so I give him enough room. Obviously, we're racing each other, and then nowhere in my mind.
For me, as I said, the problem is from this point, Vettel will take the corner as he's clearly in second place, and he's not clearly in second place. He's fighting for second place with Raikkonen and Verstappen at this point.
And across the thought.
You know, yeah, it's true, but okay, it's ahead. But if you don't leave room here, what will happen in any case? From my point of view, as I said.
That Max is trying to go even on the inside of Kimi because there's just no space. I think if you completely forget about myself, Max is making contact with Kimi because he doesn't make the corner.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. But at the same time,
in my mind,
the problem is that Raikkonen cannot leave room to Max because Vettel is not leaving room to Raikkonen. So
the thought that Max is trying to go even on the inside of Kimi because there's just no space. I think if you completely forget about myself, Max is making contact with Kimi because he doesn't make the corner. And then obviously it's a chain reaction, and 3 cars on a tight corner like that, it doesn't work. With hindsight it's easy, I give more room and I make it, and the other 2 probably don't.
I not agree with that.
So I'm the lucky one that gets away with it, but how can I know that? I mean, the mirrors are small, and as I said, Kimi was in the blind spot, and Max I can't see at all.
Yeah, I mean, after, like you said, I got squeezed in turn 1. First of all, Kimi wanted to turn in on me, and then in the end, Sebastian just turned in on both of us, and then.
Yeah, the problem. Look at the space between the 3 cars. I mean, Raikkonen cannot do anything at this point, and Verstappen cannot do anything at this point. Because probably Vettel did leave them room to do anything at this point.
And yeah, destroyed my front wing, but also the whole floor.
A lot of radio chatter today from other drivers not happy with your defensive style of driving out there, but you haven't been called to see the stewards. There were no investigations. Are you happy with the way that you're driving and defending?
Yeah, otherwise I should have got a penalty if it was not correct. So I think everything was also fair again today.
Why are these incidents not being investigated by the race steward?
I don't know. As I said, we're not a kindergarten. We're not here to cry and, oh, he did this to me. Can you give him a penalty? I mean, we're here to race, as I said. So it's a shame because, you know, today we could have had a great race. We didn't have. It's a shame for the team. We could have had, as I said, both cars on the podium, but sometimes these things happen.
Well, as you can see, this is the face of the season for Sebastian. Like, you know, I was thinking at this point of the championship I will be there in the fight for the championship with the Mercedes drivers. And I'm having issues, reliability issues, crashing with the Red Bulls, polemic incidents. But let's continue. Italy, the race of home of Ferrari. Let's see if Ferrari can do something great in this season at home. They're starting third. He's starting third. He's in a good place, finally. Ahead of Red Bulls, I think, I assume. Yes, exactly.
Lights out and away we go. Blistering start from Nick.
Wow, good start.
And from Sebastian Vettel also gets in between the Mercedes. Rosberg and Vettel going into the first.
Nice.
Rosberg heads into the first corner ahead of Sebastian Vettel. Curva Grande they go, and it's his teammate Nico Rosberg.
Can attack Rosberg?
Vettel now pressurizing him. He's too far back.
Who's there? It's second. Nice. Pit stop for Seb.
Race leader Nico Rosberg is in a land of his own.
No, Rosberg is not catchable for Sebastian.
Lewis Hamilton, who's been told over the team radio, it looks like other cars are going with.
Can Sebastian defend him from Hamilton?
The two-stop strategy.
Stop again. Now I lost the place with Lewis. I think Lewis, well, Mercedes go for one stop and Ferrari for 2 stops. So now Vettel should maybe have a chance to catch Hamilton on fresh tires. Let's see.
Vettel on the podium.
No, P3 at the end he was not able to handle the pace. But it's a podium after I don't know how many races without being on the podium.
Solid drive and enjoy the podium. Well done.
Grazie ragazzi, grazie a tutti. È stato il massimo.
È dato al maximum. I think that means in English I give everything I can. I gave my maximum.
È stato il massimo.
Move on to Singapore, my favorite Grand Prix, one of my favorites.
Okay, I think the front anti-roll back.
Oh, it's floating the car. The suspension broken.
There's something wrong with the car.
Rear suspension's broken because you can see it lifting the wheel through every corner. It's amazing you can keep it on the track, frankly.
From pole to the back of the grid.
And that cost him the qualifying session to Sebastian. Another reliability. This is not Vettel's fault, but you can see the season is turning in absolute nightmare for Sebastian for many reasons.
The space of 12 months.
As is saying David Croft, from pole position 12 months ago, we saw in the documentary, the prequel, previous season, he was on pole in this Grand Prix and won the race, and now, next year, he's at the back because of a reliability issue in just 12 months. That's the definition of this season for Sebastian.
It has not been a great weekend, even before this moment.
22nd.
And it's lights out and away we go. It's a very good.
Let's see what he can do.
Rosberg and for Kimi Räikkönen, there's Nico Hülkenberg into the wall. He's got tagged and Hülkenberg.
Wow. Hülkenberg out. Nice P18, Seb. Obviously now recovering places. P15. Fighting with a Sauber there. P13.
The onboard camera for Sebastian Vettel.
Put a lot of faith in the driver in front, realising there's 2 cars coming past.
Oh, passing 2 cars. P10.
Sebastian Vettel ahead of Danny Kvyat.
P5.
More easy faster and fresher tyres.
Great recovery from P22 to P5 is a great recovery, but obviously if you will be starting P3, P2, whatever, maybe here in Singapore, which is a very specific track, probably one of the worst for Mercedes in that era, maybe you had a chance to fight for the win. But anyways, P5. Now Malaysia.
It's lights out and away we go this time.
That is third, no? No, fifth.
Also Verstappen.
Fourth.
Sebastian Vettel side by side. Rosberg tries to get the slipstream. It's into turn one we go.
Verstappen.
The inside goes Sebastian Vettel on Max Verstappen. Hamilton leads to the Ferrari and the Red.
Oh! Again. A crash.
Sebastian Vettel looks to be
Race over.
out of this race, and Sebastian Vettel into turn one.
What a season for Sebastian. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. There are not 2 consecutive races with a good result. Let's see what happened here.
To the stream, it's into turn one we go. Down the inside goes Sebastian Vettel.
Okay, now go for the inside with Max Verstappen.
Hamilton.
Here is ahead. I think here is... I would say Max Verstappen fault, but it's true that difficult to... It's really... Sketch Max Verstappen there, difficult to move. Obviously, I think it's not Vettel's fault here. There is not the space. I think it's a bit probably race incident. But then again, it's involved with Max Verstappen there. It's like Max Verstappen is starting to be like what it was Daniel Kvyat at the beginning of the season. Remember where when Daniel Kvyat in the Red Bull, that same car, and Vettel were crashing consecutive races? Is happening something similar now, but with the driver who substituted Daniel Kvyat in Red Bull, Max Verstappen. But this time, as I said, it's difficult to judge. I think it's not Vettel's fault, definitely.
To the Ferrari and the Red Bull.
And obviously, that touch with Max forced him to crash into Rosberg's car and destroy the suspension and race over. Another DNF, unbelievable.
Sebastian Vettel looks to be out of this race, and Sebastian Vettel into turn one.
I made contact to the Mercedes. I had nowhere to go. I think that's it. The front suspension is damaged.
Really, Sebastian is crazy. Yeah, mate, I mean, he smashed into Rosberg like an idiot.
What in radio from Max. Well, not fully agree on that. I think, as I said, for me, this is a bit more racing incident. But Verstappen is saying that clearly it's Vettel's fault. So I think Vettel have a new enemy after Daniel Kvyat, and he's the driver who substitutes Daniel Kvyat. Unbelievable. But this time it's Max Verstappen, obviously faster driver and super talented driver. But anyway, we're starting to see here the beginning of kind of rivalry.
In the end, there's not much to say. It's obviously a big shame for Nico, big shame for...
No, it's not.
For myself.
It's not Vettel's fault, definitely.
I'm here and the race is still going on. I think those are the 2 things that aren't right, and the rest I haven't seen yet.
Didn't look like particularly hard contact with Rosberg from your perspective?
No, it wasn't. And you know, the breaking point that both Max and myself set for turn 1 wasn't crazy. Nico obviously was doing his thing, and the delta speed when we arrived at the apex obviously was...
Here is right. The problem is that Verstappen crashed here into Vettel and forced to Vettel to don't take the corner properly, in my opinion.
Big enough to just make contact.
Well, Japan, next race. Let's see if in Japan he can do a good race, starting 6th.
And away we go. Good start there from Nico Hülkenberg and from Daniel Ricciardo. Hamilton's had a really bad start. And then Sebastian Vettel, Kimi Räikkönen on the inside as Rosberg hits into the S's and away into the lead. We're on board now with Sebastian Vettel. Sergio Perez in his sights. Down
Perez in 3rd place.
And he's gaining on the Force India. He's cranking up that Ferrari power. He's going to go wheel to wheel. Into turn 1 goes Sebastian
good move.
Vettel is up to 3rd.
It's in the podium.
Blue flag, honestly.
Blue flag again. It's a lap car.
It's ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous. Lost a second for nothing.
Oof, really frustrated Sebastian here.
Blue flag. Make that Samba go. Make him go. Pity's sake, make him go. I mean, what do you want to know, Suzuka? It's a quick track. It's difficult to pass. Lose behind another car. I I mean, it's ridiculous.
It's absolutely out of control, Sebastian Vettel, as you can see. And this is something you will see, I think, in the next races. And for me, it has a very... For me, this mood of Sebastian Vettel being so frustrated all the time in radio is really representative. I think it's exposing how much frustrated was Sebastian because the general season he had with a lot of incidents, reliability issues, problems. I think now he's paying the price of all these bad moments, frustrated moments. He's paying the price in his mood, in his character, you know, in his how anxious and angry is with every situation in race. You can listen him in the team radio. He's, for me, overexcited, you know, or over frustrated for things that should not be so angry, you know. It's very, for me, from the mental point of view, it's very representative. So that's one of the reasons why I really like this documentary, and one of the reasons I made it. It's like how a season can absolutely frustrate you when things don't go as you would expect from the beginning, you know.
Have Mercedes managed to pull off a strategy masterstroke? Soft compound tyres going on for Sebastian Vettel. Ferrari are going really aggressive. Here comes Hamilton in the pit stops. Hamilton has managed now to get past Sebastian Vettel, but Vettel is going to be on the faster soft compound tyre.
Well, it's fresher tire for Seb, but it's a Mercedes. Let's see if he can pass him or not.
Ferrari gamble. Will it pay off or not?
It's close, obviously. One thing is to stay close, another thing is to pass.
Pulling away. He's pulling away in the straights.
Exactly.
Keep your head down. The race is not over.
And I can't.
I mean, it can't be proven.
Copy that, yes.
Still with the blue flags problem.
Yeah, but he doesn't move. Make him move!
Still frustrated. I finished 4th. Well, continue. 4th place for Seb is not bad, but obviously it's not a podium. It was there to fight with Mercedes, but it was not possible. United States, next Grand Prix, let's see what happened.
And it's lights out and away.
36.
Here we go. Hamilton gets away well. Rosberg gets away well. Does Ricciardo as well. And Kimi Räikkönen's challenging Verstappen is down the inside. Goes Daniel Ricciardo on Nico Rosberg. Then comes Kimi Räikkönen, who made a super start. Then comes Max Verstappen and Sebastian Vettel.
There's some rear wing dropouts, as you may notice.
Wow, I think he finished, I don't know, maybe 5th or 6th in this race. Nothing more happened. Move on immediately to the next one, which is Mexico.
It's lights out and away we go. It's a good start by Rosberg. Hamilton gets bogged down slightly.
Vettel is 7th.
Rosberg slips in.
7th.
Hamilton lobs up, but still makes the corner. No, he doesn't.
Now 8th.
Okay, I'm a bit stuck. They're very, very fast down the straights.
Behind the Williams.
Try to be faster than him.
Williams is very fast.
He's stupid. He's slowing himself down by fighting so hard.
But yeah, I mean, he has to defend his position. I mean, we are starting to see again that angry Sebastian Vettel. Let's see how he ended up.
What's wrong? Get out of the way. Easy.
Blue flag. Okay, we go for a Red Bull. He's fighting for the podium with the Red Bull. I don't know if it's Max. I think it's Max Verstappen. I think it is Max Verstappen. Yeah, I think it is. Let's see what happened. Every time they found on track, something happened.
That is Sebastian Vettel. That is a big lockup from Max Verstappen.
It went wide.
Sebastian Vettel as Verstappen goes onto the grass. Might be able to come and take the remaining podium.
Got the chicane, and he's still ahead. Let's see what happens.
Verstappen rejoins the track, still ahead of the Ferrari.
Obviously, Ferrari's now blaming because it's like saying, man, he got the chicane. He should give the position to Seb.
He has to let me go.
Exactly.
He has to let me go.
Okay, copy, stay calm.
Watching us, listen how is the mood of Sebastian this season. This can be very, very critical moment.
Okay, keep the position. I think you're going to have to give the position back, Max.
Okay, they are saying to Max that He has to keep the position.
He's a... That's what he is.
Absolutely out of control against Sebastian here. Obviously censoring the words.
He's just backing me off into Ricciardo.
He's not letting by Max. And now Daniel Ricciardo, the teammate of Max, is there.
And Daniel Ricciardo right on the tail of both of them. And he's not just backing him up. Ricciardo's having a go down the inside and somehow...
Wow, how...
Sebastian Vettel and Daniel Ricciardo don't come together.
Wow, that was so close. I don't know how... I have no idea how they were able to avoid the crash, to be honest. Look at the...
Right on the tail of both of them. And he's not just back...
for me, I think here Vettel moved too late. Look at that. They... You know, almost banging wheels.
You go down the inside
on the limit.
Somehow, Sebastian Vettel and Daniel Ricciardo.
Unbelievable that both avoid contact. Hats off, but definitely for me it's late braking. But sorry, late. He moved under braking, I think here, Sebastian.
Come together.
I mean, am I the only one, or are you not seeing what I'm seeing? He's just backing me off into Ricciardo.
Now Vettel is blaming on the time. Okay, Max is not letting me by. He's doing that on purpose because he wants that Ricciardo catch me because Ricciardo is faster than us. So it's like they are playing a kind of a strategy to ruin my race. It's like what is saying Sebastian.
Charlie said...
Charlie is the race director of that era in 2016. Charlie waiting, you know.
Charlie said...
Yeah, you know what? Here's the message for Charlie. Oh, honestly. Oh.
Wow, and you can see and you can listen here that actually Sebastian here is a driver that is absolutely out of control, to say what he said to the race director, honestly, off, you know, to the race director, it's like, it's crazy.
And now he's brake testing me. I mean, honestly, I'm going to hit someone. I think I have a punch.
I'm going to hit someone. It's absolutely out of control, Sebastian here.
Sebastian, calm down.
Has even the team principal Maurizio Arrivabene has to, you know, communicate to Sebastian. It's not his role. You know, the team principal has not to be the race engineer, but the situation was so critical, and Sebastian Vettel was saying such bad things by team radio that his team boss, his boss directly has to, you know, take part in the conversation and to say to Sebastian, please, Sebastian, calm down, don't stop saying things, just focus on driving. It's for me, it's one of the moments of the season, this situation.
Calm down. They are under investigation. I know that is not fair, but calm down. Put your head down, and then we talk afterward.
Okay, could be Mauricio.
Fortunately, Vettel here OB to the boss and finished 4th. So at the end, Verstappen, cutting out the chicane and not giving the position back, was able to finish ahead of Sebastian. Obviously, for me, I think Sul gave up the position because they were wheel to wheel, I think, or close wheel to wheel, and that obviously gave an advantage to Max. So I think Vettel could be right here, in my opinion.
Sebastian Vettel.
Is saying no with the finger to Max, like saying no, don't. What you did was not right.
To wave a finger when he was winning, Sebastian Vettel. Now he's.
And obviously, Max is like with the hand defending his position. Probably he's defending, man, I was in front of you. I cut the chicane, but I was in front. So let's see what happened here.
Wagging a finger. Max Verstappen has got a 5-second time penalty.
So Vettel should.
At the end, FIA understood that Verstappen cut the chicane and he gained an advantage and deserved a 5 seconds time penalty. So I think I'm right. I'm agree with that.
Go up on the podium then, shouldn't he?
Oh wow, that moment was crazy. In this moment, it's Verstappen in the cool room down, in the cool room before the podium, and is there where Verstappen noticed that he had the penalty and finally will not be on the podium. So you can see his face like, man, I can't believe it. I was on the podium and in the last moment you tell me that I received a 5 seconds time penalty and it's Sebastian who will be here. That's why his face.
All right.
All right. Max was not very happy as well.
And here he comes.
Extraordinary scenes.
Is Sebastian going to the podium? Talking with Rosberg probably about what happened.
Sebastian Vettel finishes third, Daniel Ricciardo finishes fourth, and Max Verstappen finishes fifth.
Oh, Verstappen not only lost the place with Sebastian with a 5 seconds time penalty, also lost the place with Daniel, his teammate. Finished fifth. But it's a podium for Seb at the end. At least it can be in one of the best podiums that is in Mexico.
Yeah, I mean, from my point of view, I think I pushed Max into the mistake. It was clear that he cut the track, so it was obvious for me.
Well, here is not ahead. It's true that here Max is not ahead of Sebastian. I thought it was much closer. They were wheel to wheel, but it's true that when in the moment Verstappen lock up and cut off the chicane, is clearly ahead.
That he has to give the position back. I was surprised after the first 2 straights that he didn't, that it didn't change until the end. But obviously all that fighting, and I was fast.
And he did not gain an advantage. He was at the same distance, similar to what it was before the locking up. Don't know, to be honest. Now I'm not sure. Not sure if that 5 seconds time penalty is really fair, seeing these images. On the limit. You can discuss about it, if he gained or not an advantage, but it's true that it was not. It was clearly ahead before the locking up.
Max pushed me sort of into Daniel, and of course I wasn't, very happy about the fact that I'm in the sandwich and right in the middle of it.
Do you think that Sebastian Vettel has respect for other drivers? We could see when
It's a kid here, Max, so young.
you were both slowing down, it was a bit heated. He was very vocal on team radio as well.
Well, the things he says on the radio, I don't think he has any respect for anyone because he's saying so many bad language. So I think he has to go back to school.
Max Verstappen is a top fighter of track as well. Recommending to Sebastian going back to school. But it's true. As you see in the documentary, Sebastian is not normal how much frustrated he was in team radios. Not only in this race, we saw in previous races this season, Sebastian was absolutely out of control, and that's why it's very interesting to see this documentary, how a season can frustrate a driver when a lot of things happen that is not expecting that driver. Transforming his season in something he was not expecting for, You can see that frustration being accumulating race by race. And at the end of the season, it's exploding into Sebastian Vettel's mood.
Instead of saying kindergarten all the time. So it's just ridiculous. He's a very frustrated guy at the moment.
And well, Verstappen here has been very, very hard with Sebastian.
I think you need to understand that, this sport means a lot to us. You're getting very, excited in the car, so emotions running high, and some things you might say that, you don't probably would say in a normal situation, but inside the car is different. So
will you apologise to Charlie Whiting?
I did. So I guess, it might be difficult for you because most of the races are hot, so in a chilled room it might look different, but when you're at the heat of the moment inside the car, it's a bit different. So I don't think it's fair to, judge every single word all the time.
Well, it's true. It's true that in the car, obviously, probably with that adrenaline and that heat and that pressure, and obviously, all of us probably could say things that in a normal situation could not say. It's understandable. And being honest, I have to say that I prefer these kind of drivers now. That they shows what they are. Very emotional. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't want to see insults by these drivers all the time, but they look humans. They look, and obviously depend on the personality. For example, an absolute opposite way actually is Oscar Piastri, which is one of my favorite drivers, and it's exactly the opposite to Sebastian. He's a driver that is super cold, it's calm, and in almost every situation, sometimes it's ironic as well, he has his things, but it's the opposite. But I think we need also this kind of drivers like Sebastian, like Max Verstappen as well, that gets frustrated and they reflect it on the radio, So I hope don't lose this kind of guys in the future, you know. I want to see fire in these drivers sometimes. Anyway, guys, move on to the next race. I think it's Brazil.
Pretty long press conference, and listening to Charlie Whiting, the interesting thing is that all the drivers still agree that their decision was the correct decision and not the steward's one. Just tell us your thoughts after Mexico on having lost that podium.
Oh, at the end, Vettel lost the podium in Mexico? I have no idea, to be honest. I forget it. Let me... I think he finished third in the podium, but he received another penalty or what? In Mexico... Ah, yeah, he finished fifth. Whoa, at the end, the penalty was not served. What happened? Can I see the results? What happened there? Sebastian Vettel received a 10-second and 2 license points penalty after the race. Yeah, by what? But I don't know why. If someone knows, please let me know, guys, because I would like to know what happened there with Sebastian. Maybe because of bad language or what? Maybe a report. Before the trophy presentation, Verstappen was penalized 5 seconds for cutting race corner and unfairly maintaining his narrow lead over Vettel lap 68. While Vettel attended the podium ceremony as the revised third place finisher, he was soon given a 10-second penalty for driving dangerously. Lap 60. For the maneuver with Daniel Ricciardo, for moving under braking. It's what I was mentioning before. That was very risky. To block Daniel Ricciardo as he attempted a pass under new rules introduced at the United States Grand Prix the previous week. This meant Ricciardo was promoted to third, also sealed third place in the championship for him. Verstappen relegated from third to fourth, and Vettel moved from fourth to third to fifth. Okay. To be honest, I forget that. So wow. So he lost the podium in Mexico after that. Incredible.
Well, very bitter. Obviously, you can imagine starting 7th. We had a fantastic race. We got into a great position at the end to fight for the podium. You can imagine, at that point, obviously, it peaks. So it's been a fantastic, performance up to that point, and trying everything to get that final position to get onto the podium. But obviously, it's never nice after the race to get a penalty and get downgraded in that regard to 5th.
It was a little bit testy after Mexico.
Wow, incredible. Even in that situation, Vettel is not being lucky. After being on the podium with the penalty on Verstappen, then he received another penalty. This season is terrible for Sebastian, I have to say. Oh, let's see what Max has to say.
Between you and Sebastian Vettel, it seemed a bit calmer in the press conference today. Have you spoken to each other and cleared the air?
Yeah, on Tuesday we called each other, so everything's clear.
Okay, they told after Mexico. That's nice when drivers fix their differences also. Okay, move on. Too much off-track moments now. Let's see a proper race again, please. In Brazil, rain probably. Let's see what Sebastian can do here. Vettel starting 5th. Under safety car.
6 laps behind the safety car. We are now going for it.
Wow.
Brazilian Grand Prix.
A lot of water. That race was epic. Absolutely epic. Oh! Was like suddenly spun. Probably conditions were terrible. Has to be terrible to have such a span. Don't crash with anyone. Wow, that was very dangerous. Even look at the position it was, reverse. And remember, in those days we have no halo, so fortunately I think I stopped the car, but man, very dangerous conditions. Stop for inter tires. 2019.
Kimi Raikkonen into the wall. He is out of this race. The Ferrari to have problems, and by far worse than his teammate Sebastian Vettel.
The conditions definitely are really, really dangerous to drive. Man, it's crazy. He lost the control of the car in a straight line. In a straight line.
Into the wall. He is.
Look at the sprite. He was lucky Raikkonen here as well. Look at all the cars crossing across the track. No visibility. If someone crashed in that position, I don't want to say what could happen, but we all remember what happened with Antoine Hubert in 2019 in Spa.
Out of this race, the second Ferrari to have problems, and by far worse than his teammate Sebastian Vettel.
This is just mad. Honestly, it's just stupid. Red flag. How many people do you want to crash?
Yeah. Vettel was right for me there. I think conditions when you are spinning in the straight line has to be trickier to be there.
I nearly crashed into Kimi in the middle of the straight. Couldn't see anything.
Okay, let's restart the race. Vettel is still in P5.
Oh, he's giving it a.
Well, after the Spanish suffering in the beginning, it's incredible that Vettel is fifth.
Right, go again, isn't he?
Oh, this is Max and Vettel. Oh, Max and Vettel again. Please don't touch.
Cover him off, but in doing so, he allows Verstappen the opportunity down the inside. Do they make contact?
Oh, forcing wide.
And goes onto the grass as well. Verstappen goes up in a 5th place.
On the limit.
I was a little bit ahead with my nose, and he just pushed me off the track.
I think I was racing him side by side. He saw me, and I still had a little bit of my nose ahead. He was much faster, so it was about the corner where you get past, not if you get past. But yeah, I don't think that was correct.
On the limit, it's true. But I think it's racing. That was probably race incident. Anyway, Vettel finished 5th at the end. And move on to the last race of the season. Finally, this season ends for Sebastian. It was a nightmare. Let's see if finally at least finish in a podium or something in Abu Dhabi. Remember, this is a race where Rosberg and Lewis fight for the championship, where Rosberg won. Let's see if now this race from the perspective of Sebastian Vettel.
It's lights out and away we go. Both Rosberg and Hamilton get away.
Vettel is
Kimi Raikkonen as well.
He's 5th.
But it is Lewis Hamilton from Nico Rosberg, from Kimi Raikkonen, Daniel Ricciardo,
6th.
Sebastian Vettel.
Okay, these tires are really starting to go down now.
Copy that.
Okay, Vettel go for the pit stop. Super soft.
Sebastian Vettel now sizes up Kimi Raikkonen.
5th place. Passing a Red Bull.
Late breakers down the inside, so he's gone and covered him off.
Yeah.
He was so close there, Sebastian Vettel. Max Verstappen under pressure for.
Oh, again with Max. Oh, let's see what happened this time.
Sebastian Vettel, but this time Vettel seems so much closer.
Good braking.
As they go to the next.
Vettel is in the podium, the final race.
He gets in front of Max Verstappen.
Just behind the Mercedes. Do you remember in this race is Hamilton and Rosberg fighting for the World Championship, and there is Vettel on the new tires.
You can see it coming. Which way is he?
He goes for Rosberg.
Under braking, tries to go round the outside. Rosberg.
Oh, remember Rosberg was fighting, literally was defending for the World Championship. It was crazy, and Vettel was there. Maybe if Vettel tried to be a bit more aggressive, could cost him Rosberg the championship that season. So. Oof.
Lewis Hamilton wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Nico Rosberg is 2nd. He takes the championship.
And Vettel finished at least the season in a high with a podium.
Sebastian, what a great drive, what a great race to finish off this season. You must be delighted.
Yeah, I think overall a good end for us. Obviously, the season's been a little bit up and down.
Too much up and down.
But yeah, very, very happy. I think the team deserves this podium more than anything else. After an eventful year, I think it's good to close it that way.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did. I had a good race. In the first half, I didn't enjoy much because I was stuck, and I was we were in a bit of a train of cars with Kimi leading that group. And it was really difficult. Every time I got a bit closer, I was losing grip on the tires, etc. Then I asked to do something different, and that moment Max dived into the pits and went for the, let's say, aggressive strategy to have a long stint on the soft
red
tires. and then it was clear we tried to go the other way. So those laps were crucial. The pace was very good despite the fact that the tires were old, and that way I wasn't losing in too much time, and then on the super soft tire I was able to close the gap and use the tire advantage to come back, and at the end even thought about winning the race because Lewis was holding everyone up.
He was there. Lewis was playing tactics well. It's very well explained in the Silver War 2016 documentary Watchalong we were watching some months ago. It's a story for another video, that is that one. But basically Vettel had the chance to be there fighting for the win because Hamilton was playing his role in to try to do something different to hold on Rosberg and to see if Rosberg could lose more places and to lose the championship as well.
Tried everything, but it was difficult because they had, quite good straight line speed, which fortunately when I caught Max he didn't have yet because he wasn't in the DRS. But then as soon as I caught Nico, he was starting to get DRS and tow from Lewis in front, so it was difficult to create much of an advantage.
And that's it. That's it. This is the documentary, guys. How you enjoy it?
It's Danny Lozano.
Ah, well, this is me.
Vettel, second year in red. The video you have watched. I really hope you enjoy it, and you can support my work clicking or touching one of the two buttons below this video, the Patreon button and the donate button. It's your decision, and if you decide to do it, thank you so much. Your support, it's really important to keep making these videos. Thank you.
Well, basically this is where we are in the web. You really want to support my work and you love these videos, you can use the donate button or the Patreon button, different platforms where you can support my work as a content creator. But anyway, it's up to you guys. If you do, thank you. And this is another watch along, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this documentary. It's very cool. Not very nice for example Vettel. It's not a good season in general, a lot of incidents, problems, but it's very cool. It's very cool. Well, it's me,
It's been a hard year.
Because I'm the creator.
It's basically everything.
Well, I know, but I don't want to talk about the race.
It's
been a hard year.
More questions. I summarized basically everything.
Well, I know, but I don't want to talk about the race now. I want to look back over the season and say it's been hard. We all know that. No,
I include that in the documentary because a funny touch as well from Sebastian. Has a very particular mood and
give everything I can. Kimi's going to give everything he can, and I'm happy to send everybody to holiday and hear that people will have a relaxing winter, because we are not going to stop. We have hard work in front of us, and we want to bring the team back to where it belongs.
Very good message, very good final message, and in fact next season in 2017 Ferrari will do an extraordinary job and they will be in the fight. This is something we watched in the watch-along session, Silver versus Red F1 2017, Clash of Champions. You have the video on YouTube as well, you can find them. And of course, this documentary, the rest of the videos are here as well on my website, dannyflot.com. I will place probably a link here in this card, in the replay, in the live replay, probably in the comment section in the after the live stream. There you can watch all these videos. I have a question here from Mac. Do you think Stroll is better than Vettel? Oof. Man, I mean, Vettel have 4 titles and Stroll 0. What I can say, I mean, it's not lag. The problem is that some people only remember the Vettel of the final days of his career in Aston Martin and the final days in Ferrari that were pretty bad. But Vettel, when he was in Red Bull Racing, he was a really, really good driver, super solid. It's true he had a really great car, but in seasons where he was there in the fight with similar cars like 2010, 2012, where he had not the fastest car the whole season, the Vettel's prime is really good. Really, really good. So definitely Stroll, obviously if Stroll starts to win championship, I can compare to Vettel, but it's crazy to compare actually Stroll with Vettel in my opinion. But anyway, maybe there is people that think Stroll is better because with Vettel was close in Aston Martin, the head-to-head, but I think for those people I will recommend them to watch the Vettel years in Red Bull. You will realize he was a very good driver. Anyway, guys, before the end, as I said, guys, you can watch all my documentaries. What may please add titles to your videos on your website? Titles? Well, titles are here, basically. I mean, it's not so difficult. If you go to videos and you put the mouse or the finger on the version phone on the thumbnail, you can read the titles. As you can see here, it's, you know, the titles are here. So anyway, you have the searcher bar. If you, for example, you are trying to look up Silver War, just write Silver War and it will filter the videos of the Silver War. Or you say, or by year, for example, you are trying to find the 21 documentary, just type in 2021 and you have the 2021 documentary. So well, it's true that in phone it's difficult, but in phone, if you hold on with the finger, the thumbnail, the title appears. Okay, you press with the finger and press the touch with the phone and you will see the title as well. But yeah, maybe it's something I have to work on. Maybe in the phone version, maybe I have to find an assistant to put the titles as well anyway. It's a good recommendation anyway. But Stroll still has a seat and Vettel doesn't. Well, Vettel retired. I think it was his decision to retire, I think. But obviously, yeah, I'm not saying Stroll don't deserve a seat. It's a very personal opinion, but yeah. Anyway, guys, as I said, this is the end of the watch-along, as I said. But obviously, actually still 2 documentaries to watch. Okay, I think title is better. Yeah, probably. I will try to find a solution in the future, but for the moment, it is what it is anyway. Guys, I think from the all documentaries I've made, only left to watch 2 of them, of all I've made. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your comment. Of all documentaries we were watching, I think only left 2. That is this one, Deal of Legacy, that is very short, it's 20 minutes, but it's interesting to watch. Rivalry between Max and Leclerc, and the other one is well, I can't tip it here. The Youngest. That is a documentary, short as well, 30 minutes long, about the first season of Max Verstappen in 2015 in Formula 1 with Toro Rosso. Interesting documentary. It's very short, but obviously we will watch them. And the next documentary we will going to watch, it's exactly this one. I think because I released a poll the other day, you decide by order that we should watch first this one, Vettel second year in red, then this one, and later on the Duel of Legacy. So, as I said, guys, this is the next one, the next documentary we will going to watch next day. The youngest, Max Verstappen. Can you make one focusing on Fernando's season with Ferrari, with the bad car? With bad car? With bad car? In 2014, maybe. I have plans, but about something I would like to make. It will take to me a lot of time, but I think it's a video that is something you were waiting for long time. Obviously, I will inform of this project in the future first. By the way, I take the occasion to say this to my Patreon members and my Patreon page. Okay, I have a Patreon. There I will announce in the future more updates about this new project I have of mine. That is very interesting, guys. Patreon.com/floss. Also, I will place a link here on this card in the live replay. And also in the comment section, you have the link to my Patreon page. Also in the description of the live of this live stream is my Patreon. As I said here, I will announce the future projects, and I think you will enjoy a lot what I have on mind. I think it's possible to make. For different circumstances, I was not able to do it, but I think I can start to make that project, and I will announce it very soon here first on Patreon. So, guys, as I said, thank you for watching. To all of you who were in the chat, people that is actually writing, thank you guys for staying with me watching. I hope you enjoyed this watch along. I think it was fine. It was nice. It was fun to remember all these moments of Sebastian. And as I said, next watch along is this one, the youngest Max Verstappen. And for the people that is watching the replay, the video will be placed probably here to watch the next watch along, the youngest Max Verstappen. And the rest of the people on live, thank you guys. Thank you for staying there. Thank you so much. You are the best. And see you soon in the next watch along. Bye bye.